Hello, Internet, and welcome back to the Shane Dawson is Fricked channel and everything is awful. My name is FPS Diesel, and I assume that everybody who watches this channel for things that are not this are really annoyed that here's another video on this. Today is the 7th of July. I don't know when this is coming out, but just so everybody's aware of where I'm coming from, because I put out one of these videos on Shane Dawson, and then people are just like, well, Diesel, you didn't talk about this. Did you ever assume that I don't film stuff the same day that I talk about it, as if I have, you know, other obligations to fulfill? Don't worry, though. I've been consuming Shane Dawson-related drama at a breakneck speed. And you know what? I gotta be honest with you guys. If you guys came here because you watched a T-channel video, this is not a T-channel, okay? I don't like T-channels, really, for the most part. I really don't. Listen, people talk about commentary channels, just dragging out the runtime to hit 10 minutes. Oh, well, I've watched entire T videos that don't say a single thing about drama, but just say, here's what I feel. But not even say that. They just say what happened, but take a very long, obtuse amount of time to get there. Like, imagine if I flatly re-explained to you the drama that led to the point to where we are at now, right? But presented it as if it was new information. And then I get to the point where I say in one sentence what is actually the point of this video. Man, what a great time. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate some person who's voice modulating their voice, you know, telling me for 10 minutes that Shane Dawson did an oopsie and Jeffree Star is just uncancelable, as if I couldn't come up with that conclusion on my own. Look, I don't know why people just need some T channel that all of them, by the way, have the same art style and same everything. It's just like the same thing. I assume they're all ran by Russian bots at this rate. I have no other clarification for this. But enough about T-channels. You came here for Shane Dawson, and obviously I'm doing the same exact thing I just criticized them for. Anyway, yes, since my last Shane Dawson video, some other has happened. Sorry, I swore, YouTube. Please don't hurt me. Anyway, this is basically a collection of some of those things. For example, Shane was on this old website, you know, where he'd be like, oh, here's my balloon face. Show me your balloon face. Which is fine, but then some of these aren't asking for innocuous things like a balloon face. They're things like, send me a picture of your crotch, or send me this picture of you making an O face, or send me a picture of you doing this or that or the other thing. And it's really bad. And really, just, you sit there and you look at this. I wouldn't have found out about this web archive page if it wasn't for somebody in the comments, of whom I cannot remember your name, but thank you. This was a very interesting find. As you guys know, I'm not on Twitter. I left Twitter because it makes me want to die. And I went back on Twitter for a moment, and it turns out that Chase Hudson has been canceled by TikTok for cheating on Charlie D'Amelio. Meanwhile, those kids aren't old enough to drink. Sorry, kid. Guess you're gonna have a really hard time doing anything normal as an adult. Oh, where was I? Yeah. So there was this website, right? Okay. And Shane was posting a lot of awkward things to it. Definitely things that make him look bad. According to the title of a video I looked at but did not watch, because, you know, that's how we base our opinions off of anything now. Shane has had an investigation opened up on him. I'm not going to even confirm that anymore, because let's be real, there's so little amount of people that are actually taking this with like a modicum of seriousness. Why the hell should I? Look, excuse me for being a bit of a doomer here, but it's really obnoxious how a lot of people have been handling this situation. Though I can understand that, you know, if there has been an investigation opened up, that's good. I definitely see that now after seeing this website, and I appreciate the people who brought that to my attention. In my last video, I had pinned a comment about this, saying that him being not a genius manipulator does not mean I'm defending him. Some people, for some reason, think those two go part and parcel, and that if you say anything that's any slight bit of neutrality, that means you're supporting. That's not how the world works, honey, but I understand. You're 14, think chicken nuggets is the best thing ever, and have the personality of a wet floorboard. Now, I saw a couple other YouTubers make these kind of points saying how, oh, well, Shane Dawson was abused as a child, ergo, it makes sense that he would be an abuser now. right? And let me just say, and I left this in my pinned comment, so here's the whole comment if you want all the information on it, right? But it's not a one-to-one correlation when somebody's abused, right? This isn't for Shane, by the way. This is for people who are survivors of abuse, right? Just because someone is abused does not 100% mean they're going to be an abuser. There's like a 1 in 10 chance that a child is abused, right? Which means that you watching this were either abused yourself or know somebody in your immediate circle of friends who was abused. So what does this mean? Does it mean that those people are going to grow up to be bad people? No. Look, we shouldn't be using Shane Dawson as an excuse to make all these awful hot takes on mental illness and child abuse. I don't understand why that's a thing that's happening, but it is. So I'm going to say it right now for the YouTubers in the back who made videos that I'm not going to call them out by name, is that there's not a one-to-one correlation between, you know, doing a thing and becoming the thing, right? It doesn't, it's not that easy, right? But again, I'll leave the link to the study down below so that way everybody can get that. Now, in other Shane Dawson news, Jeffree Star is still getting away pretty much scot-free, and I don't understand why. Something needs to happen. Again, I still think legal action is going to happen. It's going to take a while for that, of course. But poor old James Charles was out getting food, and he got cornered by the paparazzi.
What's up, James Charles? How you been?
Hi, how did you even find me here?
I spotted you guys driving. I was like working on someone else and I saw you guys. I saw you in the car. I was like, that can't be James Charles.
Good,
now, longtime viewers of the channel might know that I hate paparazzi with a passion. In fact, I've made a video on it. Here's a card. Believe it or not, because I made that video, I almost got sued by the company who published that video. Don't worry though, they make sure to get crotch shots of all the celebrities, so they're real upstanding individuals. If you're curious, guys, considering that I'm not in an ocean floor and they like buried me, yeah, they didn't sue me. They couldn't get away with it. YouTube sided with me, so suck it. Thank you. But I just wanted this little like update video because I constantly keep seeing all these like ridiculous hot takes on Shane Dawson. And it's not that I'm trying to defend the guy, that's not the case. You know, but when we're talking about things like abuse and all that, there's definitely a bit of, you gotta be careful about what you're talking about. You know, if you're not somebody who's been abused, you don't know what it's like, right? But you at least want to do respect to the people that are victims and survivors of those things, you know, because it's appropriate to do. I just am saying that. You know, I'm not saying what Shane did is okay. It's definitely not. And in fact, when I saw this, it blew my mind. I was like, wow, how did we not know? How did we not see that? I don't know. Speaking of, let's flip the coin right now and go back to the race stuff. With Shane Dawson. Here's a joke that I would classify as racist and classist, and I don't use those words very frequently. So I was gonna show the joke here. Essentially, it was a joke where Shane was sitting around and he basically said, you know, if Trayvon Martin had a job, then he wouldn't be dead, which is not a very classy joke to make. In fact, it's pretty bad. But I figured I wasn't going to include that clip here now in the edit, considering it could get flagged for something. I don't know. It depends how YouTube's bot is. So, you know, I hope you enjoy this bass-boosted footage of, I don't know, FNAF characters dancing. Oh, dear Shane, old buddy. I don't think you can say something like that even after that happened. You know, if it wasn't for that event, who knows if we would be having these events that are happening currently. You know, out of all the events to make fun of, that might be one of the most tasteless jokes I've ever heard in my life. Anyway, I'm not gonna cover any more Shane stuff. I'm sorry if you're somebody who came here for like tea and drama and stuff like that. But if you really want me to make a 10-minute video on why Lil Huddy is ruined and why he's a bad boy for cheating on his, basically what I consider a high school girlfriend, you might have come to the wrong channel. At this point, I don't care anymore. I can't believe that's a drama. I can't believe it. Anyway, guys, I assume you all have a social issue to go talk about, so go do that. I'm gonna, I don't know, cry.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Head to toe. Said you got your own style, that's just slang for you, ain't got it though. Talking like you got it, that's a problem, I might let them know. Squeeze you like I'm Elsa, so my let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Head to toe. got your own style, that's just slang for you, ain't got it